guys, what's up and welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be so much fun because we're going to be going over the newest, the hottest, and the most popular beauty launches on the market right now. Of course, I did no actual research for this video, so what I'm going to do is just pull up Trendmood's Instagram profile on my phone and pick some pictures out, and we're just going to talk about them, and I'm going to give you my most valuable opinion on each product. Now, please bear in mind that my opinion on these products is the end-all be-all. I don't want to hear any conflicting information about any of this information. If you just don't agree with me, then you are wrong, plain and simple. Alright, so let's just see what we can get in here and start talking about. The first thing that pops up for me is the newest launch of the Trendmood box, which happens to be volume 18. Now, I've personally never got one of these, and what's in this box doesn't make me want to get one at all. There's no actual product information, it's just kind of a short clip of what's in it, and she kind of swatches everything, and you're paying $44 for some really old products and kind of duplicate brands in the same box. I just don't see anything kind of interesting in this, and I just pretty much hate it, so for $44, I'm skipping out on this. Next up, from Danessa Myricks, we have something called the Vision Flush Glow. So I guess this is the newest product in her Vision Flush line. She has other things kind of like this. And the first thing I want to say is, can we just talk about the shade range for a second? Who in their right mind is going to be wearing shades like this, honestly? None of these shades are wearable for an everyday look unless you're trying to go for something really editorial. And we all know that Danessa Myricks isn't cheap makeup, so I don't think I would pay that kind of money for a highlighter that I just can't wear. Sure, you can say you can wear it on your eyes, your lips, all that kind of stuff, but no, it's called a highlighter. I want to put it on my cheeks, you know? So although I hate this product, I do have a code for this, so make sure you use my code at checkout to save you a little bit of money. The next thing we're going to talk about is from Charlotte Tilbury. Now, if you ask me, every single thing that Charlotte Tilbury comes out with is perfect, and there are absolutely no flaws. If you're out there giving a bad review to a Charlotte Tilbury product, you are absolutely wrong, because there's nothing wrong with these products. So if you're familiar with the Charlotte Tilbury blush wands already, this is the same thing, except it's matte. So if you like more of a matte cheek, this would be more for you. And I definitely recommend purchasing this because it's Charlotte Tilbury. I mean, how can you go wrong? If you ask me, I'm going to spend all of my money, buy every single shade of this, because you just can't have enough Charlotte Tilbury. I think when you put these products on your face, you actually end up looking like the models, and I think they're actually quite affordable too. The next thing we have is from Bobbi Brown, and I don't know if these are new launches or just restructured launches, but these are brightening blushes. And can we just sit here and say glowy blushes? Because that's what everybody and their mother's coming out with these days, is just a glowy blush. If you look at every single shade in this launch, it comes with tons and tons of sparkle. So if you're looking for something to put on your cheek that looks like a blush lighter, more so like a highlighter than blush, then this is your thing. But for me, I have a ton of glowy blushes, so I'm not sure I want to spend that Bobbi Brown price for something that I already have. This product also boasts that it's a 3-in-1, so you're supposed to be able to use each blush shade individually too, and I just don't see how that's going to work because personally, my blush brush isn't going to fit into each one of those strips, and I just don't see that working out on a wide scale anyway. Next up, we have a Velvet Liquid Lipstick from Fenty. And if you ask me, Fenty's another one of those brands that can do no wrong. But for me, this product launch was just a really big fail. It wasn't just this liquid lipstick, it was some other glosses that they're kind of just putting in some football packaging to kind of promote the Super Bowl. And I don't know about you, but mixing makeup with sports has never really panned out well. And especially in my personal life, I just don't like sports. So why am I going to buy something like this? I don't want to sit there and apply my liquid lipstick and have to look at a football cap. That's not me. I want my packaging to look luxurious and beautiful. And this just doesn't do it for me. Did you guys hear that Hindash is coming out with a new color fluid? And it looks like this really pretty cream shade that you can use for your cut creases and kind of likewise eyeshadow looks. Now, I'm personally super interested in trying this, but I've heard so many bad things about this brand, so I'm personally not going to buy it. I don't know about you, but I always let other people's opinions sway my purchases. The color looks super pretty in the pictures, but we all know this is just a marketing picture, so probably when I get it on my eyes, it's gonna super suck anyway, so this is just a skip for me. So Tom Ford's launching this new stick concealer, and oh my god, guys, look at the shade range. Oh, never mind, guys. I'm reading that they're launching this with 20 shades. So even though I'm not seeing the full shade range right now, I'm still going to tell you that's going to be really, really bad. I've never tried a Tom Ford product before, but I'll tell you that I'm never going to try one because I can't support a brand that doesn't support our community like that. So the most viral of all brands, which is KVD Beauty, is coming out with their liquid version of the Good Apple foundation. And can you just believe this foundation shade range too? This is despicable, guys. Like, can you believe all these brands? They just can't get it right. When I look at this picture, I am super disgusted. I just don't know who's working at these brands and thinks this kind of stuff is okay. This is technically supposed to be one of those full coverage, pore filling, all over perfecting foundations, and I just don't think that this one is going to be for me. Namely because I can never trust a brand that comes out with such a perfect sounding foundation. It never works out that way. I know this foundation is already going to go super viral all over short form content, so I'm going to hear all about it. And maybe if it sounds like it might suit me, I might consider it one day, but I'm not going to rush out to buy this. I don't need this in my collection. I don't want this in my collection. I'm just going to kind of look out for some reviews for it. Maybe if it's all right, I'll think about it. So Supergoop's coming out with a new lip sunscreen, which I am so thankful for because there is nothing I love better in life than slathering my entire body in sunscreen. It is so amazingly healthy for you and I just can't get enough of it. I always thought that my lips were so exposed, so thank God that Supergoop came out with something like this so I can fully cover them up, protect them from all that awful sunshine. And now I just feel so much more safe. I don't know about you guys, but I'm super excited for this launch. I'm going to be first in line to purchase this. When I'm scrolling through all these pictures, I just found that LYS is coming out with some new lip products. So they're coming out with some new lipsticks and lip liners, and they're super affordable at only $20 a piece. I can't get over that. I think that's super cheap for a lip product, guys. I'm so excited about this. The colors look beautiful and the lip liners look like they match the lipstick shades. And, you know, LYS makes some great formulas, so no doubt are these going to be fantastic. So yeah, guys, at $20 and $15, I definitely will be picking up every single one of these. So we have some more lip products from Lawless, and they're adding to the Forget the Filler lip line. So this is their tinted balm, and with a tinted balm, you typically don't get a lot of color, but you get some lip treatment added to your lips. Now, I know Lawless used to be really popular, and then they kind of fell off, and then when they came out with this Forget the Filler line, they really kind of went viral, so it seems like they're really monetizing on that, so it doesn't surprise me that they came out with something like this. Now, the thing is, do I need this? Not really. Am I interested in it? Yes, kinda. So this is just something I keep my eye on. Hopefully I'll get it sent in PR, so thankfully I don't have to go buy it, right? And don't forget, if you guys are interested in buying this, please be sure to use my affiliate code so you save some money at checkout. Oh my gosh, guys, did you hear all the drama about this Natasha Denona new Love Face palette? That was so crazy. I couldn't believe it when I was hearing all about it. So essentially, if you're unfamiliar with it, one of these makeup websites accidentally released this palette way in advance, so people started buying it and then they shipped it out. So people were receiving and reviewing this palette before the brand even launched it, which I thought was pretty crazy. Now, I love some Natasha Denona, and no matter what she releases, she could release a bar of soap and I'd buy it. So this definitely appeals to me, and I am definitely buying this. I don't really like the shades in here, and I probably wouldn't wear them, but this is definitely something that needs to be in my collection. So between me and you, when I kind of work with some Natasha Denona eyeshadows, I have some little bits of problems working with them. They're not the easiest for me to use, but I definitely think the $75 price tag for this is so worth it just because it's Natasha Denona. So if you're considering this, I would say don't leave it behind because you're going to regret not purchasing this. So I'm seeing that Kosas is coming out with a new skin enhancer. So I'm not sure if this is going to be kind of like a skin tint or more of a medium coverage foundation kind of thing. But what I do know is people all the time complain that Kosas products don't last long. But in my opinion, so what? All that matters is that I'm one of the first to get it, so I can hurry up and review it and just never wear it again. So it doesn't really matter if it goes bad because I'm probably never going to touch it again after that first time trying it. I also have super oily skin, and I see that this is a glowy product, and although it's really not made for my skin type, I think I'm really just gonna go ahead and spend the money on it because I know this is already gonna go viral and I don't want to feel left out. So when this does come to Sephora, I'm gonna go ahead and buy this, kind of just see how this works on my skin. Although I know that it's just not gonna be for me already, and we'll try it and I'll let you know how I feel about it. Now here's something I just can't get over, okay? So MAC's coming out with a few new products. Okay, so MAC is so iconic, so this doesn't surprise me, but it's still really cool. So if you look at that little green thing in the corner, this is a dry shampoo for your eyelashes. What the heck even is that? What does it do? It looks like a mascara for me. So I've heard of mascara primer, I've heard of mascara, I've heard of mascara sealers, but never once did I hear of a mascara dry shampoo before. If there was going to be a brand to innovate something like this, it would definitely be MAC, and I am so buying this. I'm looking at the description of this lash dry shampoo stuff, and it says it's only $24. So I figure if it doesn't work, I'm essentially only losing $25, and that's just pocket change to me. So I'm not really worried about if it works or not. Every time MAC comes out with something so awesome like this, I am always the first to buy it. And guys, since this is such a new technology for our lashes like this, I'm telling you, don't sleep on this because this is going to change your life. So next up, we have something from Jones Road Beauty. And if you're unfamiliar with them, the owner of the brand is actually Bobbi Brown. And they've been in TikTok lately for a lot of their products have went viral, but now they're coming out with some bronzers. And would you guys just look at the color variation of these bronzers? Who in their right mind is going to be wearing these shades? Seriously. Not only do 75% of the colors look absolutely the same, but the shade range in general is just abysmal. Okay, we're going to go to the next one because looking at these bronzers just makes me mad, so skip. Oh yeah, guys, when I was looking at this, I just have to tell you how ugly this is. So Sephora's coming out with some new blushes and highlighters. And just look at how super ugly those highlighters are. Sure, I've heard some good things about their blushes, but I've never heard good things about their highlighters. So not only are they just kind of mediocre, but they're super ugly too. And Sephora, come on, can we get more than 4 shades? I mean, really, nobody's gonna be wearing those colors. They're all so boring. So they released like 12 shades of blush and only 4 shades of highlighters. Like, that doesn't even make sense. Sephora sends me a lot of PR, so there is no doubt I'm going to be getting these in the mail. So when I get these ugly things, I'm just going to go ahead and give them away because I am not even going to apply these ugly shades onto my face. Sorry, Sephora, but this was just a fail. Next up, we have something from a brand called RMS Beauty. So what I think about every time I hear this brand is like they have really cool looking products, but everybody seems to forget about them because they're just one of those back of the burner brands that everybody just doesn't remember. So they have some really hot launches, some really hot products, and then nobody buys them. So apparently this is some type of lip product, comes in a lot of really pretty shades. The packaging looks like it absolutely sucks because it's going to be all scratchy all over your lips. But I think RMS is affordable. It doesn't really say the price of these, but I'm assuming one can't be more than $30, and $30 is pretty cheap, right? So I would definitely buy one of these, even if it scratches my lips. I mean, if it looks pretty, then who cares how it makes my lips feel, right? And the last thing that we're going to be talking about today, and I just need to sigh about this because it's from Tarte, and they're coming out with this thing called blush tape. So it's another reiteration of Shape Tape because they can't just let it die. And they're coming out with 3 different shades of this sort of Charlotte Tilbury knockoff. And you know how much I love some Charlotte Tilbury. And I don't like how Tarte is copying them. If you want a super high quality product, make sure you buy the Charlotte Tilbury products. Don't waste your money on these Tarte dupes because you're not going to be happy with them. That's all Tarte is. They just put the name tape on everything and then they copy everybody. So if that's what you want, then be sure to use my code at checkout because I do want to make sure that you save that money. So guys, those are all the newest things that we're going to be talking about in this video today. Like always, there's nothing interesting to me and everything is just super problematic. And as always, just don't forget to use my codes when you purchase these things though. So guys, that's all I have for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. And if you did, please give me a giant thumbs up. And if you hated it, just click that thumbs down button. And until next time, bye.